All right, it's June 4th, 2012. Today is a June gloom day. It's overcast. They said it might drizzle today. I got a message from Kat Born again, real sweet lady. Tries to give all these helpful hints about health and being close to animals will make you healthier and so on and so forth. I got to tell you, Cat Born Again, this is just, I wish you could understand the very same. When I was talking about water beings, I'm talking about anomalies that are smaller than the quantum physics can find. These anomalies are manipulating the planet. They have been here since the beginning. And most of the planet, I don't expect most people to understand the quantum mechanics I'm talking about, but even the scientists, I think, in the government, some of them have probably uncovered what I found out, but there's a wall between us. You see, what they don't understand is no one has free will. They're all being controlled as well. There's only certain people. They're trying to find out what made Christ so different, or Mohammed, what made Buddha think that he had found enlightenment. Well, it really isn't. You see, the planet is based on give and take. And when I say give and take, I mean kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. Look at life, all of life. One thing has to absorb another in order to live. Plants have to absorb water. We breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants use carbon dioxide to survive. Okay, we get oxygen from them in return. It's a give and take. Everything that you do is being controlled, and it's not by God. There is no God. As a matter of fact, most of the stuff that this damn camera is like really falling down further and further, and I can't seem to get it to. Even if I could get everybody to believe me, they wouldn't, because the beings exist in water. Water goes through your brain. They're going to manipulate your brain to not believe me. It's that simple. Oh, he's crazy. He's this. Even though the majority of people that might say that about me aren't doctors. They're not qualified. But even doctors' minds are being affected. Some people are immune to this being. They somehow form you might say, a genetic barrier between them, free will, and being able to talk about it. And of course it's going to sound crazy to everybody. And you go to Dr. Emoto's website, go to the 99th Monkey Philosophy, go to the Holographic Universe. You go to those three websites alone will tell you what I'm telling you is the truth. But the water beings that are running through your body right now, doesn't matter whether you drink Coca-Cola, alcohol, whatever, you need water to stay alive. The beings know this. So they use that as a wedge of control. You can't not drink water because, let's say, you became really whacked out and thought, oh, well, if I stop drinking water, this being won't have any control over me and won't make me think that I have free will. Well, it doesn't matter. It has control no matter what. And if you die, it sucks your energy up. It's that simple. From the very first time the first bacteria or DNA formed or protein links in the ocean in the primordial ooze, it was eat or be eaten. And it goes on and on forever until the planet dies. Remember the movie The Undiscovered Country with Star Trek? And Spock's half-brother believed in emotions. And he thought he knew where the original paradise was, where God lives. So they go back to the planet. At the end, this huge rock formation comes up out of the ground, and this being all of a sudden is talking, and he says, I'm so glad you finally got my messages and you got here. And of course, Spock's brother is surprised at what this being says. He says, I need the Enterprise, the starship. And like I said before in my other videos, Kirk is in the Star Trek episode, the TV programs. Kirk has visited thousands of life forms and has seen things, beings trying to pass themselves off as some kind of gods. They saw that in Where No Man Has Gone Before. But it doesn't matter. Don't you understand? All of you are they're all patsies. And the reason that I have had all this trouble and people have attacked me because of my ugly cars and trucks and all the stuff that's gone on is because I have somehow created a barrier between the true free will and false free will. And the people that are in control right now, they are all under control. They think they're in control. They're not. That's why there's wars. That's why there's death and destruction. The beings that I'm talking about feed off of all the energy, just like in the Matrix. Do you think these stories are not related? You think all these novels and stuff are not related? Go back and watch 3 Days of the Condor. There's another story where Robert Redford's working for a covert CIA branch of the CIA that reads nothing but novels and then compares them to everyday life to see if there's any similarities. Now, I've gotten a lot down in 6 minutes. What's wrong here is that people don't want to believe this. They don't want to, they think that they really are in control so long. And of course, there's technology. They've got you hooked on technology. The cars, the SUVs, they've got you all hooked. Every last one of you, and you're all under control. So long as they've got you hooked, but take all that stuff away and you become a total mess. A nutcase. Nutcases, plural. And the being sits back and just absorbs every bit of anger, hassle, pain, frustration. It's all being aimed at you. And no matter how comfortable you are, this being is going to continue screwing with you. See, it's trying desperately to hold on to this control factor. And this is what you have to understand. You have to, because your true life, the life you could really be living, is never going to be there. It's always going to be like this. And the technology will get more complicated, and the crowding will get more crowding, and they'll have politicians that will tell you, we're almost there, we almost have the answer. There's almost peace. It's like in the movie Things to Come, H.G. Wells, in the 1930s, they made this movie, or late 30s, early 40s. And Things to Come, that's what was left over when the world was undone by all the wars. Oh, peace is coming, we guarantee. I'm the boss. And I'm going to bring you peace. The same crap coming out of the politicians' mouths. How can you believe it? I'm telling you, there's more than just one force working here. And yeah, you can believe your Bible and believe that it's God and the devil. Let me tell you, the universe is a very, very big place, and there's a lot of truth in that movie, The Undiscovered Country, and the episode of Star Trek called The Day of the Dove. Those two are connected. That episode, that old episode, Star Trek episode, The Day of the Dove, and The Undiscovered Country. Why would God need a starship? Why would you need to control other people unless something is making you do that? Oh, the law. Ooh, the law is so important. Why are there criminals that rape and kill and maim? Why are all these terrible things? Why have all these terrible things happened to me? Because this being knows, it pinpoints every person who becomes an avatar. Yeah, I don't claim to be an avatar. I know I am. That's why I've had all this damn crap thrown at me. That's why my life has been destroyed and scuttled. Because this being knew that I was building a place. That I had a place in Colorado, 40 acres. I was going to build this place and then go throughout the world and collect my harvest of truly good people who have manufactured for themselves, get that word, created for themselves that buffer zone between those water beings that are controlling everything and everyone, almost everyone, and the people who have broken that connection, broken that that invisible umbilical cord that you all are connected to. It's like when Keanu Reeves wakes up and all those hoses get unconnected from his body because he was part of a matrix, and the matrix was using him as a battery, like he was using hundreds of millions of people as batteries to get energy. This is what you're all fighting. There's even hints of that movie. There's even hints in another movie called Forbidden Planet with Walter Pidgeon and Leslie Nielsen, and it was done back in the 50s. And you go see that movie, and when you start connecting the movies and the novels, you go, God, this guy does have the answers. He does know. And all these other people running around smoking cigarettes and doing the health thing and the not the health thing, you're all still being controlled, every last one of you. And the street cleaner there who's cleaning the crappy, stupid street, and the lousy parking enforcement who gives tickets to people. What you people need to understand is real liberty lives in following the right people. And you're not following the right people. The avatars are being suppressed. They're being they're tortured so that these beings can continue sucking energy, all the painful energy out of them. Oh, sure, I can make my life easy. What? Sit in some stupid rented room, twiddling my thumbs? They've taken everything from me, your society. And now I'm supposed to accept that this is the life I have until I die. They suck every bit of painful emotional energy out of you, and then you die or you commit suicide, one or the other. And whether you want to believe me, fine. Go to those 3 websites. I keep repeating all of my 200 videos. I know it sounds horrible. I know you get tired of listening to my voice and ranting and raving, but you have to take notes in between the ranting and raving because I've made it like that on purpose. And the more videos I make, the more complicated it's going to be for anybody to realize the real truth. And the real truth is you're all patsies, every last one of you. Every man, every woman, every child, you're all patsies. And it's going to continue that way until you start listening to people like me and actually putting faith in people like me and tell the politicians where to go stuff it. Because they are doing nothing but evil. No matter what good they do or what appears to be good, it's undone by the tons of evil, the waves of evil that they create for themselves and for other people. So, that's pretty much it. I can't answer anymore. All I know is when I had my stuff in cars and vehicles, they've made laws to keep people from doing that because, again, they want the banks to be fed, to talk about financial stuff. They want you to be living in apartments, homes, and storages. Not living in storages, but if you can't afford homes and a home or apartment, then you have to, and you like your stuff or your possessions, and you put it in storages. Or you don't want possessions, you want to live like a monk or a Buddhist priest and have no possessions and just walk around going, I'm holy, I'm enlightened, and I have no possessions. Because life is Maya, and all it is an illusion. Well, it is an illusion. It's an illusion of control. Anger, death, destruction. There are no way that any of you are ever going to find out the truth so long as you continue to feed these people with your efforts. So, remember, it's eat or be eaten. And that's what it's all based on. And something benefits when it's feeling your pain, when it's hurting you, when it's taking your possessions, when it's taking your plans away from you. Why was it so important to destroy my whole life unless I was really on the right track? This wasn't about building in safety or eyesores or junky-looking cars and trucks. This wasn't about that at all. This was about something entirely far beyond any of your understandings. And when I'm gone, you don't know what you have until you lose it. Remember that. You do not know what you are in possession of or what you are affiliated with great benefits until you have lost that bridge, that connection to for that person.